Hello and welcome to ARAH G.I. Joe Real American Hero Costume Club's YouTube channel. It's a little bit unorthodox. I'm running behind. I'm actually supposed to be at a friend's house in 15 minutes, and I'm like at least a good 25-30 minutes away. So with that said, this video series is going to be based on the club charter, and the first section of the charter is basically our mission statement, and I've more or less covered the mission statement already in previous videos. Basically the who we are and why we do it and blah 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 blah. But the one thing that I didn't cover that is vitally important is this one bit here, and then I'm going to move on, and that is this club claims no ownership to the G.I. Joe franchise whatsoever. Consider this a legal disclaimer, and me publicly stating that G.I. Joe, the entirety of that franchise, is solely owned by Hasbro. They are the owners of the intellectual property, and we just play in that world. We don't own any of it. We don't own the character names. We don't own the characters or anything like that. So while I go by Wild Bill, right? I always introduce myself as Wild Bill Colpel because the Colpel is my last name. But truth be told, I actually in the club I go by Wild Bill Hardy, and the reason why I go by Wild Bill Hardy is, well, I like Wild Bill character. I do like the Wild Bill character, but Wild Bill on his file card, his last name is Hardy. He's from Texas. My grandmother's maiden name was Hardy. No joke. She was from Oklahoma. So I call myself Wild Bill Hardy, but I don't own the name. So just want to give that that full disclosure out there. The next section was membership guidelines. So I'm going to briefly talk about that, and then future videos will be other sections of membership and then the other sections of the charter going forward. So first and foremost, ARAH is a meritocracy, and what that means is that it's works based, meaning you put in the hard work of putting your costume kit together, you're going to get the reward, and that reward is official club membership. I'm sorry, if you are in my Facebook page or the club's Facebook page, just being a member of the Facebook page does not necessarily mean that you are a club member. It means that you are a guest of our club, and we welcome you. We're glad to have you aboard. But membership has its privileges, and one of those privileges are, hey, I'm a costume member. I'm an official member of this club. I put in all that hard work to put this kit together. My reward is that I have official membership, right? And that's the only fair way of doing it. It's the only fair way of ensuring that those members who put in all the hard work are justly rewarded for it. So first and foremost, the guidelines are you have to have created or owned a 100% accurate costume that has met or exceeded the G.I. Joe standards or the club standards, right? We do have the club has costume standards. We're not going to call them CRLs like other clubs do. That's not us. Please, if you use that terminology, stop, because that terminology belongs to those clubs, and it does not belong in our club. So, when you're in our house, just refer to them as what they are, costume standards, please and thank you. All right. So once you've got this costume put together, you own it, you've submitted it, you've been approved, you get your service number and you've become a bona fide member of the club, right? Those are the guidelines. Other guidelines include, but are not limited to, this club has a very staunch policy of zero discrimination. We do not discriminate. I will not tolerate discrimination of any kind. I don't care what your political affiliations are. I don't care what your religious affiliations are. I don't care about what gender you are, what what you identify as, or any of those hot topic button issues, right? We are here to have a good time, and we're here to support one another. I will not support any discrimination of any kind. And if you have ever felt discriminated by a member of this club or a member of this community, i.e. the page members, official club members, let me know, and I will deal with it, right? I don't like to be the mean guy, but you know what? There's a standard that needs to be kept, and I will not tolerate any kind of abuse, any kind of discrimination. So, as long as you are portraying a character within the G.I. Joe franchise, that's all that matters. I know that I've caught flack from people in the past by using the term gender bender, and I don't mean any disrespect by it at all, but if you've got a better phrase to use, I'm all ears. And what I mean by gender bender is someone who does a costume character of the opposite gender, right? That's welcome here. That's okay. It's, in fact, we have a female Snake Eyes, so clearly we don't take issue with that at all. So anyone who does a gender bender costume, you're welcome. Anyone who does a costume that is obscure but is within the realm of the franchise, note, I would love to see someone do Hector Ramirez from the cartoons. I said it, right? I love the obscure. And if it's a bona fide character from any of the reference material, any of the, like the cartoons, the comics, the Sideshow Collectibles, the toy line, that's relevant here. That's welcome here. Case in point, I had a friend from Eastern Washington who went to Emerald City Comic Con with me years ago, and he went dressed as a Kitchen Viper. There has never been an official Kitchen Viper kit ever, because Kitchen Viper was mentioned like one time in the comics, and he thought that was so cool, and he wanted to expand on it. That sort of thing. Yeah, let's explore it, right? We don't do customs. We do established face characters. Let me expand on that. If you want to do a custom character, it will be as a secondary costume. It cannot be used for inclusion into the club. In other words, it cannot be used as your primary costume that you use to gain membership within the club. Once you become a club member and you have an official costume, and you have a costume that has gained you official membership, what you do after that, that's par for the course. If you have a secondary, you have a custom, great. But bear in mind that it's going to be a secondary costume that you are free to wear whenever you wish, unless the event calls for something else. In other words, you have a custom kit, you're going to a convention that you paid good hard-earned money for, by the way. I'm not going to say crap about that. I'm not going to deter you. I'm not going to tell you that you can't wear that kit, because you're the one who built that kit. You're the one who spent the money on that kit. You're the one who spent the money on that ticket to go to that convention. Who am I to tell you that you can't, that you can't wear that? I'm not. But to be fair to those members that put in the time and the effort and the money to become official members, and we have the established standards of, the accepted characters and the like, I have to draw a line somewhere. And so that somewhere is your secondaries, your customs are just that. They're secondaries and they're customs, and they will not be viewed as official club costumes, if that makes any sense. Talked about discrimination, talked about the standards. I think that's about it for this section. I'm trying to keep this short. So with that said, if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns about anything that I've mentioned in this video or any other video for that matter, please feel free to drop comments right below in the comments section. I will get to them as soon as I humanly possibly can, and I am always available. Like, I have a standing policy as the founder of this club that I have an open door policy. Anyone, whether you're an official member or you're a club guest, doesn't matter to me. If you've got a question, comment, concern, and you want a one-on-one with me, you need something discussed, you need something addressed, my door is open to you. So please feel free to drop comments below, or hit me up on Facebook, the Facebook Messenger. I'm always on. It always shows me online whether I'm sleeping or not. That's just because I always keep my phone on and Messenger's always on in the background. So with that, I will be dropping a link to the Facebook page in the description. And again, I apologize for it being a closed club page, but I had to privatize it because I was trying to protect younger audience members, if any, from stuff that they just shouldn't be exposed to, i.e. Kids should not be inundated with advertisements for boner pills. Enough said. So with that, I'm going to end this video now. Yojo, Cobra, I don't remember how or what it was that the Russians said, in their thing for their October Guard. And I don't speak Russian, so I'm not going to say it. But dark humor, I guess. At any rate, knowing is half the battle. Remember that. Knowing is half the battle. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Take care.